focusing on people instead of on metrics can save the world. Imagine yourself standing on top of the second tallest skyscraper in Latin America. There is life pulsing at your feet. Well, I was there to help the 10,000 occupants of Tormayor office tower in Mexico City achieve some incredible green feats, like retrofitting plumbing fixtures to save 30% potable water, turning off lights and computers at the end of every day to achieve 40% energy savings, putting recyclables and food waste in the compost bin to achieve a 50% reduction in waste going to landfill, and working with the building engineers to optimize whole building systems so that Tormayor would perform 73% better than buildings just like it. Now, these are all seriously incredible feats, particularly considering I barely even speak Spanish. I have this amazing team of bilingual green consultants and architects and engineers, and together we were able to achieve a LEED Gold rating for Tormayor. It was one of the most profound and peak experiences of my life. Now, for the uninitiated, LEED is the foremost green building rating system in the world. It provides a menu of options for designers, architects, building owners, builders to choose from in different areas such as energy, water, and materials efficiency. Plus, it creates healthier indoor environments also. So a building can achieve a LEED rating of certified, silver, gold, or platinum, and no matter what, these buildings save our resources for future generations. Now, it's incredible because we're saving so much energy and so much water, and it's great. But I began to realize we are not achieving the totality of the sustainability equation. We need to begin looking at the emerging technology, the emerging sustainability framework around planet, around profit, people, and purpose. This emerging framework is called the quadruple bottom line. And I'll tell you, when you add together people and purpose, it creates such a fertile ground for sustainability actions to be pushed even further. And I'll give you an example. All right, so imagine we were able to, our team, working for 2 years, we're able to inspire more than half of the 10,000 occupants at Tormayor to find alternate ways to get to and from work every day. So instead of driving their single occupancy vehicles, folks are jumping on their bike just 1 or 2 days a week. Well, you can imagine when they learn that they're saving pollution or preventing pollution, they're preventing carbon emissions, and they're feeling amazing because they're invigorated by exercise, their happiness levels go up, and their stress levels go down. That feeling emanates and ripples out into the world, into the community, and into their homes. And when they go home at night, they take those actions to their spouses, to their kids, to their friends and their neighbors. And before you know it, that's rippled out into a sustainability movement. Now, I measure that movement's success by the light that I see shining in people's eyes, by the happiness that I see projected in their smiles, but also from that renewed sense of well-being from cultivating people's sense of purpose. Now, I stood on the top of Tourmayor, working with these amazing people, and I realized great building is not about building at all. Oh, I couldn't believe I hadn't thought of it before. It's about people. It is about the feelings of the people who live, work, learn, and play in our buildings. And as architects and building owners, we must design experiences that create feelings to inspire people to sustainability action. This is my mom on the left, and she and her best friend and I did a little road trip recently to visit the 17th century missions of San Antonio, Texas. And I said, hey, Mom, how do you think this building makes you feel? She said, small. And I said, well, like, what do you mean by that? She said, well, insignificant. Like I don't really matter. And, you know, maybe that was the designer's intent here. But I would ask, architects, please stop making my mom feel small. You know, in architecture school, we learn to design buildings like this. And we also learn to design buildings just like this. This is touted as award-worthy, and it's on the cover of all the architectural magazines. And this architect's personal sense of style is pretty much the holy grail for us designers, right? We want to have our own sense of style. And this architect's style is, you know, time and time again plunked out in locations around the world. Well, architects, it's time for us to understand it's not about us, it's about them. It's about the people. So I would ask, how do you think this building makes the residents of Bilbao, Spain feel? How does it make you feel? Do you think that this architect considered the quadruple bottom line approach of planet, profit, people, and purpose in designing this building? Now, one thing is for sure, it's definitely shiny, but it is not a shining example of leadership in energy and environmental design. And that's the acronym, it's LEAD. Turns out, over 6 million people in the world experience a LEED building every single day. The data is in, and it's a great start. However, if we're going to save the planet, we must get to know very, very deeply the feelings and the experiences of our building inhabitants. We must intimately know the nuances of the places where we build, and we must put those together in an ultimate user experience that drives sustainability actions home. And speaking of home, our buildings make us feel comfortable, hopefully. And our designers can now design buildings that mimic natural systems to keep us comfortable, passively heating and cooling without using any energy whatsoever. Why are we not doing this on every single building now? Is it because we're disconnected from place? Is it because we're disconnected from nature? We need to fall in love with nature, because what we love, we care for, and we are absolutely wired to be connected and part of the whole, part of the natural world. And we as designers must design emotional experiences for people that create human attachment to places so that we care for them like places and people we love. We do this. We fall in love with our work. We fall in love with the texture and the sensory experience and the place that lifts our spirit. And our offices can be places of vitality and energy as they encourage us to take the stairs instead of the elevator. We can even design our offices to provoke the same feelings of awe as our churches and our temples. Our schools can be emotional learning opportunities for our children. Our grocery stores, like my Whole Foods in Austin, Texas, can be like a pharmacy, delivering life and optimal health to everyone involved. Our hospitals, instead of being places we go because we feel sick, can be designed for feelings of optimal health and joy, hope and healing. And if there's one thing I have learned, it's that architects consciously designing to transform the experience of building users will create a sustainability revolution, and that feelings are the catalyst to kickstart a sustainability revolution. Thank you. Thank you.